What is going on, everybody? Pete Simonetti here for NYYU. Jung-Hoo Lee is a name that we have been hearing about for quite some time now, and rumor has it again that the New York Yankees have interest in the KBO superstar. Now, we're going to go into a little bit of detail about Jung-Hoo Lee. We're going to talk about an article that our good friend here, writer for NYYU, Jung-Hoo wrote, which was absolutely phenomenal. But then also, I was on a call yesterday with somebody who emailed me saying that they're very, very familiar with Jung-Hoo Lee and they wanted to talk about him. And I was very willing to hear more about him from somebody who's seen him in person since about 2018 and said, hey, I'm going to be brutally honest about him and what I think he can do, and if I think it's a good idea for the Yankees to go after him. And we had a great conversation. So again, a little more background around Jung-Hoo Lee. His father, Jung-Hoo Lee, hopefully I'm saying that correct, nicknamed Son of the Wind because he was so damn fast, is known as the greatest, arguably, if not arguably, the greatest KBO player that has ever lived, the Korean baseball organization. And, you know, Jung-Hoo comes from a long line of baseball players, and his father, again, being one of the greatest of all time, but he carries on the tradition of that nickname. He is nicknamed Grandson of the Wind. He does not have the type of speed that his father had, but let me tell you something right now. He certainly has the bat. Here's some footage right here of Jung-Hoo Lee, played, of course, in the WBC. We heard the Yankees had interest in him then. You can see by that swing right there why the Yankees may be a little enticed, because he's not known for his power at all. I mean, here's a guy who, you know, had a tough year in the sense of last year, but he was also injured, so that didn't really help. But if you switch over to his numbers, he won the MVP award in 2022 at 349, 421 on base percentage, 575 slugging, and a 996 OPS. Previous year before that, 959 OPS. Before that, 921. And of course, the year he broke his ankle, so he had to get surgery on a fractured ankle, an 860 OPS. You know, I don't mean to be funny here, but you shouldn't be too concerned about the fractured ankle because he's never been a speed demon as it is. So this is a guy who doesn't steal a lot of bases. Here's some of the information I found out. And then we're going to also get back into a little bit about what Jung-Hoo wrote about when it comes to Jung-Hoo Lee. The information I got was that he is not going to have the issue of adjusting to facing harder velocities every single day. Now, people may bring that up and goes, why is that? What are you talking about? Well, in the Korean baseball organization, these guys are not seeing 95 plus every day. They're typically seeing low 90s, 93 tops, 88, 89. Some guys are topping out, 94, 95, but not a lot of guys that you're seeing it every single day. The person I spoke with yesterday, again, who has seen him play live and many, many times over the last couple of years, said this is one thing that he does not believe is going to be a problem for Jung-Hoo Lee. He said flat out, look, if you guys are concerned that his strikeout numbers are going to go up, he's not going to put the ball in play, that's not going to be an issue. He said the problem is, will his numbers play up in the major leagues? Is he going to hit for power? Is that going to continue to develop? The one thing people got to remember is Jung-Hoo Lee's birthday is not until August. He's going to play the majority of the 2023 season at 25 years old. Based on the guy I spoke with yesterday night, he said, look, a lot of scouts here do not believe that in the major leagues he will stay in center field. But he also said he's spoken to many people who believe he can stay in center field because how quick he reads balls. He gets great routes on balls, great jumps, very, very solid arm for center field. Range is good again because he gets quick jumps on the baseball, and that is significant when it comes to a good center fielder. Some guys don't have to have blazing speed to be very good in center field as long as they read routes well and take good routes to the baseball. He does all of that. Again, the biggest concern looking at everything here is if he went to, say, a team like the Yankees, that could almost be a safer bet for him because he doesn't have, those decent fly balls to right field got a chance of getting out. He's not going to be hitting home runs to left center field. He's not going to hit home runs down the line to left field. Here's a guy that you're going to hope, could grind out at bats, hit singles, but really be a doubles guy. That is what I was told last night. The hope would be that he gets to the majors and he could be a legitimate doubles machine and a doubles threat from gap to gap. But again, you're not going to see a guy with significant power that he's going to come here and, probably pop 20 plus homers a season. It's possible. We never know. But he's never really been known for that in his game. He had the 1 year of hitting 20 plus homers in the KBO. And of course, Major League Baseball is a significant jump up. Now, I did ask him about the possibility that would he need time in the minor leagues? And he told me no, he does not believe that. He doesn't believe that he would need time in the minor leagues. He said he's pretty sure that if he gets signed, he can start with a major league club, that should not be a problem. That basically his adjustments are going to come. He may not have his best year out the gate. It might take a little bit of time, but the idea that harder velocity and better pitching overall is going to really hurt this guy, he says he doesn't believe it. He thinks the main thing is, how is the power? Is he going to spark the ball as much? Striking out probably won't be an issue, but how is he going to hit the ball? Is he going to make constant hard contact? Is he going to hit too many grounders, line drives? What is it going to be? It's still an unknown. And here's what he said. For the risk of the unknown, if he is demanding $100+ million, it's very, very hard to give him that. It would be very, very hard to sit there and go, no problem, let's lock this kid into an $100 million deal. He said if that number falls to about the 75 million range or so, now you're talking. And again, let me switch back over to this from Jin-Wook from NYY Underground. The top panel you're going to see here is in the KBO transition to major leagues based off his hitting scale. In the KBO, he's an 80 hit scale. In Major League Baseball, he'd be about a 55. His game power is about a 70 in KBO. In Major League Baseball is about a 45. His raw power is about a 60. His raw power in Major League Baseball will be about a 45. His speed's a 55. It'll stay a 55 in Major League Baseball. Defense a 60, drops to about 55 in MLB. Arms a 60, drop to about a 50. So here's what Jin-Wook had to say, and I want to read this off to you guys. If he's able to translate seamlessly into big league pitching, his comp will look somewhat like a Steven Kwan with slightly worse contact, but slightly better power. Or prime Nick Markakis with slightly worse contact and worse raw power, but better speed and the ability to play center field, which to me, guys, would be an absolute win. I want to repeat this again. This is from Jin-Wook, who is very, very familiar with Jung-Hoo Lee. And this is I actually asked this to the person I spoke with yesterday, and they agreed. They go, look, he could be a bust. There's no doubt about it. But he can be in the league of a Steven Kwan type. He could be in the league of a prime Nick Markakis type if everything goes right. And if that's the case, you got to be really, really excited about what this guy could potentially become. Again, I mean, you watch the swing here. This is tailor-made for Yankee Stadium. I mean, it truly is tailor-made for Yankee Stadium. So my conversation yesterday, I want to sit here and say it's kind of boosted my hope, because I had concern. There was some stats out there that show he didn't hit fastballs too well, but then there was other ones out there that show he did hit fastballs at 95 plus pretty well. So it's kind of one of those things that is targeting him right now if he can or can't. And I mean, from everything I've heard, his lineage, where he comes from, his work ethic is also what I was told last night, that he's an extremely hard worker and looks to get better every single day. Good numbers. That's a beautiful swing right there that you've seen from him. And again, really good power to just pop that ball out. And another thing we got to remember, right? 25 years old. Like I said, this kid's still probably building into his body. And great hand-eye coordination. That's a major plus. Again, somebody who seen him daily told me the last thing it's going to be is a problem for him to start hitting harder pitching. That's not going to be an issue as he sees it on a regular basis. Depends on, is he going to drive that baseball? The strikeout numbers may be fine, but is he going to drive it? Is he going to hit for doubles? You know, probably likely, again, not going to be a big power home run threat. But hell, a guy batting at the top of your order with average speed, puts the ball in play, hits the ball gap to gap, line to line, doubles. I think any team in baseball will sit there and go, sign me up. The rumor right now is that the Yankees and the Giants could be the most interested in Jung-Hoo Lee. I just think it really comes down to how much money is he actually going to ask for. I think that is going to end up being the key to whatever team lands Jung-Hoo Lee. Again, grandson of the wind. Absolutely love the nickname. It's phenomenal. It kind of continues on that lineage of ball players. And again, the Korean market's also a big market in New York. We talk about that with Yamamoto. Well, hell, look, the Korean market will be very, very big too, and they'd make a lot of money back very quick on bringing in a guy like Jung-Hoo Lee. And again, you know, we know the Yankees have interest in Cody Bellinger, who's going to cost a lot of money. We know the Yankees want to trade for Juan Soto. We know the Yankees have Jason Dominguez chilling, getting ready to come back from Tommy John surgery and be ready to rock and roll maybe in July, August, who knows when it's going to be with the Yankees. You never know. But, you know, if you are able to find a bargain on this kid, even with Dominguez on his way up, doesn't mean he's blocked. When you're as good as Jason Dominguez, you'll find your way in the lineup. Trust me on that one. But if you could trade for Soto and you could add Jung-Hoo Lee at a reasonable price, if it doesn't get into those 100+ millions, because then I think it is really a big risk. It's the Yankees could take big risk, but that's a bit of a major risk in my opinion. So we'll see what happens. But he's not posted yet. We're going to hear a lot more about Jung-Hoo Lee over the next couple of weeks, as we are with all of these players. So guys, again, thank you so much for hanging out with us here at NYYU. Like, share, and subscribe to the only place you have to be at when it comes to all things New York Yankees. Guys, remember, join the movement, join the family, join the U. Until next time, guys, I am out. Peace, baby. See you laters.
Can't make a promise, but I do my best. 25 sitting on 25 racks. Just got started, no, we ain't done yet. Bought a new crib, that's a goddamn flex. Sign that check. Told them last year that I been up next. Can't take calls, but I send that text. From way down